Mark, you and Nakobe are going to be driving a 2020 Audi Q8. Very cool car. Audi partners with Lamborghini. This is Audi's, we call it a baby Urus.
Thanks, man. Looking forward to it.
Mark, thanks so much. Feel free to visit us at skymotorcars.com to view our entire inventory.
Nakobe Dean, what's happening, brother?
How you doing?
Thanks for doing this.
Yes, sir.
So,
Yes, sir.
this is a little odd, being that this is your car. I'm actually driving. We're just usually showing off other cars that our friend Brett has. But this is actually your car, so I'll be gentle with it. Don't worry, we'll give you a turn.
Yeah.
Yes, God? First thing, because obviously it's going to be a hot day. Let's, do you know the buttons yet in your car?
Yeah, what you trying to do?
Just turn that off.
Talking about turn this off?
Yeah. Nothing to it.
Yeah.
I think we want some air, right? Get some air going in here. There we go. And that right there is the look of a guy who already regrets agreeing to do this interview. All right, you're already at home. Is that how it goes?
Yeah.
There we go. That's how I make it go forward. I am fascinated with your backstory. The whole career at Georgia, 355 GPA, mechanical engineering was your major.
Right.
You want to go back and, this is what I love, pre-med, maybe chemistry. Like you in your like introductory press conference with the Eagles were like, yeah, maybe chemistry. You said it like I said in college, maybe I'll take volleyball as my last elective. Why chemistry? Why the hard path of not only being a student athlete, but a mechanical engineering major?
Yeah. Well, you know, growing up, it was all about academics. It was never about sports. I'm the first athlete in my family to play sports after high school.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was, so I never got pushed to be an athlete. It was all about make sure you're taking care of what you need to take care of in the classroom, and just in the classroom, you know, take care in the classroom and outside life. So the sports was just something I did as a hobby for fun, you know. And one of the ways my mom was like punishing me growing up was not letting me go to practice. So
The famous suspended by mom practice. Can't go to practice today. Mom said no.
Let me go. Yeah, she could take my phone, just don't take practice away from me.
And your mom, also fascinating, again, to your backstory, your mom is a Gulf War veteran, and your father was as well.
Right. Yeah, they both was in the Gulf War. They met in the Army, got married in the Army. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so.
And your mom was in the infantry.
Yes, both of them were. Yeah.
Oh.
My mom was in the infantry. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. See. Yeah.
How do you complain in that household? Like, how do you, like, Mom, you know, my I don't know, my soup got cold, whatever. Yeah, I was in the infantry. Yeah, deal with. Let me know when you got something to complain about. Was that kind of the attitude? Because I can identify with that.
Well, she was definitely like on the stricter side. When growing up, it was just in the house. It was just me, her, my older brother, and my younger sister. It was just us four. So she was definitely on the stricter side because she wanted us to. A lot of what we were seeing growing up, she knew it wasn't the role models to look up to, so to speak. So she wanted us to make sure we stayed focused on what we're supposed to stay focused on, and do the right thing, you know. So she raised us. She raised us strictly, definitely growing up. But she, I say it worked. You know, I don't feel like I turned out too bad.
I think you're doing fine. When it came to that strict, you know, mentality with your mom, what's the moment that you think you pissed her off the most?
Pissed her off the most. Man, I got a lot of whoopings growing up, so I couldn't even like, maybe a time when I got to fight with my brother. We kind of always got to fight, but it was the last fight we had. She kind of like, we was a little, by then it was bigger than her and everything, so we was still like living. He was like 11th grade, I was like 8th grade, and we got to fighting. I think that was the last time that we ever got to fighting because she kind of went like crazy. Not so much like whooping us or nothing, because I mean we was at that point it wouldn't affect us, but we kind of seen how it hurt her and how it make her feel, and that kind of hurt us more than us. She trying to whoop us or something. So
disappointing mom.
Exactly.
Oh, do you remember what the fight was over?
A shirt. Literally a shirt, yeah. It was over a shirt. It was nothing.
As far as the military thing, I could identify with that. My grandfather, you know, like a lot of people's grandfathers my age, I'm almost 40.
Yeah.
He was in World War II.
Okay.
He was in the Pacific, and his ship got torpedoed.
Oh, really?
I lived with my grandfather for a year. You can't complain to someone whose ship was torpedoed. Like that, and he would bring it up too. He'd be like, "Oh yeah, you're having a tough time in school? I got torpedoed in World War II in the Pacific." Like you can't complain to that guy.
Man, I couldn't even imagine that. Like being in the middle of the sea and you still get hit with a torpedo. I would have, man. Yeah.
I found this really interesting, and I always find this interesting about rookies coming into the NFL. You had talked about balancing the schedule of doing your homework and your playbook, like doing both things. And now that you're a pro, all you have to do is concentrate. All you have to do, quote unquote, is concentrate on your playbook.
Right.
Is that really easier, or is the playbook just that much more complex?
No, I wouldn't even say that. I wouldn't even say the playbook more. We at Georgia, we ran a real complex system. I feel like it's just now me getting and learning a new system. Just gotta learn it, you know. Just gotta learn it, and it just, that's it. Basically, just study up to when you learn it. Then when you get to by the time you get to the season, it's all about studying your opponent. All about studying your opponent, watching that film, having that film study. And now I don't have, now that I don't have homework, I can probably get out of my sleep during the week. but definitely, it's about study. It's just about studying your opponent and just knowing the ins and outs. Because now that you are in the NFL, the margin of error gets thinner. You know, and it's a game of not inches now, so much centimeters. Mm-hmm. So it's in the little things.
When you do think back to Georgia and the championship game,
mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
What jumps to mind immediately after, you know, during that game, after that game, the whole thing? Like, when you think back to that moment, this great moment of your college career, of your
mm-hmm.
football career, what jumps out to you about that game?
I just think about, as far as before the game, the type of energy we was in the locker room, and how all the energy was not just reciprocated by us, but by the coaches. We all walked out there tunnel like, man, we want to test somebody's head off. And it started with Coach Smart, them trying to hold us back. They had to wait for the TV to get right, you know, the TV, and we trying to get out the tunnel. Mm-hmm. And I just know Coach Smart cursed and like, come on, let us out this tunnel, you know, because we was ready to play. And that energy was reciprocated throughout the game. But throughout the game, I can feel everything that we worked in the off season, everything we worked during the season. We had what we call score sessions, where we got to know each other better, and we got to hone in on our four-core principles at UGA. All that kind of came together at once during that game. You know, it was times in the game we had to be resilient. We had to keep our composure. We had to stay connected. You know, we had to be tough. Mm-hmm. So it was all those things all came together in that one game, and it wasn't so much so we had to think about it, because we had been training and doing it the whole season. So we just, you know, filled our training, and then after the game, of course, it was a feeling of euphoria. You just won the college football national championship. This, you don't get no bigger than this as far as college football. So those were my feelings in the game.
When, and I always love asking athletes this question, when did you realize you were going to be a professional athlete? When did you realize you were going to be a professional football player?
Really? When I got my first offer to play football in high school, I was like, if I was like,
this is how it starts.
Yeah, I was thinking. So from my school, we never really had nobody get a big D1 Power 5 instead of one. I think one or two people that's 10 plus years ago ever in school history. So it was like when I first got my first offer to I think it was Mississippi State. It was a big deal because my family didn't know really about no sports scholarships because we never had nobody. So it was like, oh, you got an offer to play football in college. They're gonna pay what they pay for everything. What? That's crazy. It was kind of like a big deal that within the family at first. Like, man, you getting the offer to play. I mean, you get a full ride scholarship. Because we were talking about full ride scholarships as far as academics, and for us that would have been they pay for our whole tuition. That's like, okay, that's full ride.
Right.
But now you getting paid, everything you get paid for as far as being an athlete. So it was a big deal. But when that happened, I was like, man, I can be a professional athlete. Growing up, it was like I always knew I could do it. I just had to. I'll say it. I want to be a professional athlete, this and that. So when I first got that first offer, I was like, okay, this is the first step.
Just going from Horn Lake to Philadelphia, what's it been like going from Mississippi to Philly?
Mississippi to Philly. Yeah, you gotta add Georgia. Man.
Georgia, excuse me. I'm sorry. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, Mississippi, Georgia, and then Pennsylvania, especially Philadelphia.
It's different. It's definitely different. Being up north.
Okay.
You know, I never really had no long stints in the north. Other than I would say Chicago, but that's the Midwest.
Yeah, that's a totally different animal. Yeah.
That's the Midwest. So it's like never really been up north. I've been to Washington D.C. once for this little wars thing in high school. But other than that, never really been up here. So it's kind of like it's a different type of living, different way of thinking. It was everything moved a little bit more fast up here. That's about it, really. I didn't know it was this much green up here, but
it was all concrete.
That's what I'm saying, but I didn't. That's what I was thinking, but I'm thinking at the same time, like, I don't know why I thought it was all concrete, but it like this. You look at this, you'd be like, okay, this could be in Mississippi. Yeah.
We're in Westchester, for the record, for the people watching. You know what? I think it's time that you drive your car. What do you think of that?
Oh, yeah.
What do you think of that?
Do it.
All right, let's do this. I'm gonna make sure it's in park. I don't know what the buttons do. There we go. Making sure it was in park. I would say you are getting a fine automobile here, my friend. This is nice.
Yeah, this is nice.
Thanks for letting me drive it around and put miles on it. I was being extra cautious.
Let me be extra cautious. It's my first time driving it myself.
Oh, look at this. The moment. We're capturing it. Have you made your first NFL purchase yet?
Well, my apartment that I haven't moved into yet. That's about it.
That's great.
I'm gonna do something for my family. I haven't even got around to that, but I don't really need this. It's not nothing I want as far as materialistic. I'm more of an experienced person.
Oh, okay.
So I spend some money on like an experience, like a trip, or when we're trying to do something with the family or whatever. But I'm not too big on materialistic things.
You always have the experience, right?
Yeah.
That never loses stock.
Exactly.
Do you, like, when you say travel, are you a guy that's like been outside the country? Are you a guy that's been around? Like,
I don't even have a passport yet.
Oh wow.
Yeah, but I'm working on it. I've been to the Bahamas.
Okay.
Been to the Bahamas. I've been around the United States a little bit. I've been to the West Coast probably a few times.
Okay.
Other than that, I'm more of like, if I had to pick somewhere to live, it'd probably be southeast where I grew up.
Okay.
Yeah.
But not Horn Lake.
Oh no. No.
What has been, other than there's more green up here than you expected? Has there been any culture shock? Yeah, you could go up here, turn around.
Culture shock.
Because I've been down south a little bit,
Right.
and I've been in the Midwest.
Mm-hmm.
We seem to be, I think at least, an abrupt people. I don't think we're necessarily, I think by other people's standards, we're rude.
Right.
But in reality, we're just cut to the chase type people.
Exactly.
Are you experiencing that as well?
Yeah, I have experienced that, but me already kind of knowing that that's kind of how y'all are a little bit as far as being cut to the chase. I don't take it as y'all being rude.
Okay.
And I'm not sensitive. I'm not a sensitive person. Like somebody just say something like crazy. I'm not sensitive as far as not too much somebody can say that can get to me.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't care what it is, cause get me out my character. So it's like when how y'all say stuff, I just kind of listen to what y'all saying and not how y'all say it.
That's good. You'll do fine here then. We would term that maybe as thick skin. Takes a lot to get to you.
Oh yeah, nah, as far as you can't words, words ain't gonna hurt.
I'm thinking about your mom again.
Oh yeah.
Mom, this Philadelphia fan something nasty about me. Yeah, I was in the infantry. Deal with it. Like that's the kind of thing.
I feel like my mom more of a like I said, it was just me, her, my brother, and my younger sister. So she more of like the older we got, the more of like a protective bird. Well, not even when we was young. She still like she real protective of us. So if I was like, Mom, they over here talking crazy. Ooh, no, who talking crazy? Nah, I'm gonna say something. She like, you don't say nothing. So I don't even tell her, cause she don't need to know, cause I don't, as long as they're not affecting me, we good.
Yeah, she'll get involved.
Yeah, yeah, she will.
All right, Nakobe, so we just drove around your amazing Audi. It's the first time you drove it. What'd you think of it?
Oh, it was good. It was a smooth ride. Brett gonna always take care of me here.
Where are you at your best? What brand of football? Like what do you like to do the most on the field? Like Hassan Reddick came in here and talked about like being aggressive, being able to play fast. That's when he's at his best. When are you at your best?
I feel like when you being aggressive, being able to play fast. I feel like it's almost every defensive player's time where they can play their best. They can when they be able to play fast, they don't have to think too much. But I think that comes from studying the game. Like if you study the game and you know what to expect from your opponent, or you know your plays, you know the playbook and everything, then you be more comfortable. You're more comfortable, then you play faster. It's more so you reacting than thinking too much. So I feel like when I'm able to be aggressive, be violent, tough, I like coverage, I like blitzing, I like every aspect of being a linebacker, a middle linebacker. It's from calling the plays and you being the voice of the defense.
I heard Coach Rallis talk about this the other day, about your versatility, really the whole group of linebackers, all your versatility, possibly playing you other spots as a linebacker, whether it be Mike, Sam, Will, whatever it might be. Are you comfortable if they're asking you to be a little bit more versatile?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, at Georgia, we had 2 middle linebacker positions, and everybody in the room was expected to be able to play both. It was to the point where we didn't have to switch around anything. We just knew what we had to do. So it was like, for them to ask me to be a versatile player at the linebacker position is not nothing new to me, and I do feel comfortable doing whatever the team needs me to do to win.
Mm-hmm. How much does it help that the guy that played in front of you at Georgia is also here with you in the NFL in Jordan Davis?
Yeah, I think it helps a lot, not only from a football standpoint, but from being in a new city, trying to learn how things work, trying to learn how, having somebody outside of football that you can go hang out with or talk to, or just, that you can just trust right off the bat. I feel like that contributes more than what it does on the football field. Just knowing you already got somebody there that you went through Georgia at 3 years with. Now now y'all Eagles in the NFL together.
Mm-hmm. When you walk around Philadelphia, do people recognize you already?
I do. I get a lot of yeah. I was gonna try to downplay it, but yeah, they do.
Oh yeah, I'm pretty famous. I don't know if you know who I am, but yes. What have the fan interactions been like?
When I'm with Jordan, I'm good. They don't even recognize me. They just see how big Jordan is. That's the only person they see. I kind of scoot to the back, because sometimes you don't want to be recognized. You let them take pictures with him. So, but
I'm just Jordan's friend.
Yeah. But I mean, it's always. I mean, the experience I've got from the Philly fans have been nothing less than welcoming.
I want to talk to you about the draft night, and I want you to know, and this is no offense to Cam Jurgens, I hope you do a wonderful job in the NFL, it's great. When I saw you were still on the board in the second round, and the Eagles were coming up and picking, and I'm live on the air doing a show during this time. I lost my mind that you weren't selected in the second round. Do you still use that as motivation? You talked about it in the moment, it was a chip on your shoulder.
I mean, the chip was always there. Chip was always on my shoulder. Ever since I came out of high school, somebody been saying, oh, you not this, you not good enough, you not this enough. So my chip always been there throughout college. Now I'm in the NFL. The chip has got nothing but bigger. And now, and what happened in the draft didn't do nothing but make the chip bigger. But other than that, though, of course, is motivation for me. I wouldn't say that it's not. Of course, I'm gonna always remember this every time. I'm in the NFL, so every year when they talk about getting the draft coming around, I'm gonna think about the time when I got drafted, and more so, I'm starting to. And I know it's gonna change from a negative connotation one of these days, but I'm gonna always use it to motivate me on and off the field. But it's not, as far as being a primary, secondary, or tertiary motivation, it's not. It's not. I'm focused on myself. I control what I can control, and I know who I am. I know what type of player I am, and I know what I can do.
How good do you think this defense can be going into your rookie season?
I feel like we can be the best ever. We just gotta do the work. We gotta continue to work, continue to stay with each other, continue to put in those days to help us be good. But we take one day at a time, you know.
We've talked a lot about your education, your background, coming into the NFL. We talked about maybe pre-med, we talked about maybe chemistry, all that fun stuff. What about your singing career? When is that gonna take off at some point? Are you just waiting to get discovered? How's that gonna play out?
I mean, if I can think of some good songs, if I can think of some songs that sound good, maybe I could. Maybe I know JD DJ Oreo.
DJ Oreo, yes.
Yeah, it's JD name. So maybe we can after the season we can get together. We can do something. We can do something. We can just have fun with it. I mean, why not? We young.
I did catch your falsetto that you put out there during the rookie. What was it? The rookie talent show? The rookie singing.
Yeah.
What was it? Just lip sync karaoke? What were you guys doing? You guys were lip singing. You were actually singing.
Lip sync.
You were really singing.
Yeah, we really had to sing. They asked us to turn the music down because they want to hear you sing. It's just the rookie sing. You know, I sung Fantasia When I See You, so I knew that song from top to bottom. So I sung it, and I knew it was gonna be here. I knew it was gonna be here. I was good. I wasn't nervous at all.
I knew it was gonna kill when we went out there. I knew. Is that the song that if you had someone put, Nakobe can sing and you're at a party, Nakobe, sing a little bit. Is that the song that you're pumping out?
First of all, they shouldn't be asking me to sing at a party. Like, why would they ask me? Yeah, Nakobe, you sing. I'm like, yo, y'all gotta be kidding me. Unless we all gonna sing.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, if I really was at a party and they was like, if we was doing karaoke, that'd be number one.
That'd be the number one song. The Fantasia, right away.
When I See You.
When I See You, Fantasia. Can I get that little falsetto
No,
that you
can't
did?
get it.
Okay, we can't do that right now? Really? Because the acoustics in here are incredible.
They all right. They decent. They
did not good?
They not the bathroom.
What were some of the first things they told you when you came into the NovaCare complex and they're like trying to coach you up? Are there any specific things they're breaking down saying, all right, we need to work on this aspect?
Everything, basically, from the what they're expecting me to do in the playbook. They want me to pedal at a certain point or shuffle at a certain point. I had to know that, because it's different from how they wanted me to do it at Georgia, because sometimes it was just like get to that point.
If we really wanted to get to know Nakobe Dean, what's one thing that a lot of people, maybe in your personal circle, might know that we might not know on the outside? What would surprise me about you?
Surprise you? I don't know. I don't know how people view me at a point. Sometimes they might think, oh, you had 3.5. You was a mechanical engineer. Maybe he's a nerd. Maybe he just don't be locked in the house all day. I don't know how people view me.
I really enjoyed this conversation, Nakobe.
Yeah,
seriously, I really appreciate it, man. I wish you nothing but success in your rookie campaign, and we appreciate you coming into, obviously, Sky Motor Cars and doing this hit for the Farzy Show.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Good luck. Hey, man, seriously, best of luck to you.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.